Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. Today we have a very powerful meditation. We're going to watch the mind. This process is very important. You learn to separate yourself from your thoughts and become the neutral observer. The more you do this, the more it enables you to understand your own motivations and a variety of other things and become aware of so much more. So I want you to find a place where you won't be disturbed, away from the outside world. Sit or lie in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and spend a moment settling and relaxing your muscles. Put an extremely tense expression on your face, straining as many facial muscles as possible, forehead, eyes, cheeks, and jaw. And take a deep breath and forcefully hold the tension. Hold it. And slowly release the breath and the tension of all the facial muscles, feeling as if you breathe out all your stress. Open and relax your jaw and go back to a relaxed facial position, breathing normally. Now I want you to inhale deeply again and tense all your neck and shoulder muscles. Tense as much as you can. Now let go. Continue to proceed around your body by making fists and flexing your arms, your chest, your belly, your back and buttocks, legs and feet. Flex all of these muscles for 5 to 10 seconds and then exhale. Your mind will wander. And when you realize that you've stopped tensing and relaxing, or that you are thinking about anything else, just return your focus. Now, I just want you to focus your attention on your breathing and the feeling of air entering and exiting the nostrils, the belly, muscles, or the chest while you breathe. While breathing, be aware of sensory perceptions, such as sounds, temperature, touch, or taste. Now, while you do this, whenever you notice a sensory perception, mentally note which kind of sensation it is. Feeling, hearing, tasting, smelling, or touching. Each time you become aware of one of these sensations, just note it. Note the sense. Don't start talking with yourself. Only note the experience and go back to your breath. We're going to do this for a little bit, and I just want you to just acknowledge the sensation that you're feeling and then go back to the breath. Your mind will wander, but keep coming back to your breath and any sensory perceptions that you have during this process. I just want you to continue to focus on your breath, and now we're going to monitor our emotions. This is a technique for increasing the awareness of emotions, and in particular being able to separate the self from often uncontrollable emotional reactions. So focus the attention on your breathing and the feeling of the air entering and exiting the nostrils, and the belly, and the muscles or chest while you breathe as before. When your mind wanders, be aware of the specific emotions associated with the thoughts that arise. Whenever a particular thought arises, mentally note any related feeling or emotion, such as joy, worry, like or dislike, anger, sadness, fear, guilt, depression, whatever it is. Don't get involved with the emotion, just note them. Then let it go and return to the awareness of your breath. Just like with your senses, but this is the specific emotions. Keep returning your focus on your breathing. Your mind will wander, but when it does, just identify any emotion associated with the wandering of your mind, and then return your focus. Do this for the next few moments, just watching your emotions. Keep going. Just acknowledge the emotion, define it, and then let it go and come back to your breath. Very good. Now that we have observed our emotions and our senses, I want you to begin to observe your thoughts with this technique. I just want you to imagine yourself standing in front of an infinite black chalkboard. Take a minute and look at it and notice its dark color and infinite height and width. Now just stare at the infinite black blankness and don't think of anything. Now, of course, this won't be possible for very long. When you notice that your mind has wandered and a thought has arrived, imagine yourself writing the topic that you were thinking about on the chalkboard. Write it slowly. Work, or a relationship. You can write down a conversation or dinner or plans, chores, an image, or anything else. After you've written the word to describe this thought, visualize yourself erasing what you wrote. Go back to looking at the infinite black blankness and don't think about anything at all. Your mind will wander, and when you realize that you are thinking about anything other than standing in front of the infinite chalkboard, visualize yourself writing and erasing those thoughts. Then return your focus. Keep doing this for the next few minutes. Just write down your thoughts. Write down what the thought is on the chalkboard, and then erase it. And just stare into the infinite blackness and blankness. Very good. I want to do something similar to this. I want you to imagine that you're sitting on the bank of a stream or river. No one else is around. Just spend a few moments imagining your surroundings, trees, sounds of the river and nature, a gentle breeze. Smell the smells. Concentrate on the scene and your breathing. Your mind will wander, and as any thought arrives that's anything other than this beautiful stream of water, imagine that thought with the physical attributes of a leaf just falling from a tree. And I want you to imagine the thought leaving your head, and it slowly is carried away as you watch it go in the water and then drifting away until you can't see it. Make your thought become a physical object which arrives and departs and separates from the self. If you notice that you have wandered, just exhale and imagine the thought that you had as taking the shape of a leaf. Watch the leaf and that thought float down the stream, which might take 5 or so seconds, and return to imagining the sights and sounds of your surroundings and breathe normally. Do this for several moments. Don't worry about the time, just continue doing it. Letting go of your thoughts, watching them drift down the stream. Now we're going to spend a few moments in the now. So your mind will wander and thoughts will arrive as we have done before. When thoughts come up as you continue in this meditative mindset, when thoughts of the past arrive, for instance, a previous conversation or any event in the past ever, just say the word memory in your mind and return focus to the breath. Separate yourself from your memories and imagine that you have just entered your body for the first time and all the memories are separate from you. They're just a part of this meat sack that you're in. So when the mind wanders off to thoughts of the future or things you need to do later today or in the future, just say the word future in your mind and return to your breath and in the present moment. When the mind wanders to any kind of daydream, say or think the word fantasy in your mind and return your focus to your breathing. Just notice and become aware of your tendency to drift into thoughts of the past or the future or fantasy and any insight that may lead to. Keep returning to your breath and the sensations of breathing, and when thoughts arrive, identify them as past memories or future fantasy. Slowly turn the corners of your mouth upwards so that there's a pleasant smile on your face. Not too big, not strenuous or uncomfortable, but a good smile. Be aware of the feeling of this smile on your face, the general good feeling that a smile impresses on your physical and emotional well-being. Keep smiling, and then move your attention to other parts of your body and see how they are connected to your smile, and the sense of well-being and the inner joyousness that begins to arrive deep within you that the smile provides. How does your neck connect to your smile? How do your shoulders and upper back connect to it? Slowly go around the other parts of your body, including your arms. See how they're connected to this smile and the feelings of joy and happiness. Now, for a few moments, as the neutral observer, apart from your thoughts, apart from your senses and your feelings, I want you to imagine some experience that you would like to have, but imagine it happening now, not in the future, not in the past, and not as a fantasy. I want you to imagine it as if it's happening now in the present moment. It's very important that you bring up the feelings of this experience. Now I want you to just reflect on all things great and small for which you have gratitude, both directly and indirectly. These could be your ancestors, your health, family, friends, community, music, knowledge, and the things that bring you joy. They could be challenges or emotions, goals achieved and not your immediate surroundings. There are literally thousands and thousands of things to be grateful for. It may seem difficult at first, but spend this time in gratitude. If you have a thought that is not a thought of gratitude, simply return to the gratitude. Slowly come back to yourself now. You can return to this anytime that you need to escape from yourself and look at your thoughts and your emotions and your senses separately from yourself. This is an important thing to do, especially if you're trying to visualize or manifest. If you begin doing this, but you get distracted or can't focus, it's good to become the neutral observer first, to go through that process of separating yourself from your thoughts and feelings. It gives you great power, and it is very satisfying. So I hope that you go out and realize that you are not your thoughts. You are everything. You have the control, and you have so much to be grateful for. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you go out and have just the most glorious day. And welcome to the Reality Revolution.